Welcome to this demonstration of Tempida, which is a new AI-based software that gets rid of the problem of medical documentation and the amount of time it takes physicians to document into their EMR. Tempida is an acronym that stands for Template-Based Intelligent Documentation Assistant. It consists of two components. The first component is called the templater, which runs entirely in a web browser, and this is where your notes are generated. The second component of Tempida is called the autopilot. The autopilot will take the data from the templater and then do all the button clicks and automation and data entry into your existing EMR. It doesn't matter what the EMR is, and really streamlines your efficiency. So when you first start using Tempida, you'll just open up a simple web browser like this, go to the Tempida website like this, and hit the login button to log into your account. And once you log in, you're into the Tempida editor. Typically, when physicians use this, they will be on a dual monitor system with Tempida on one side and their EHR on another. But you can use it on a single monitor system like we're doing now. The problem with existing EMRs is that they may have templating features to make things efficient, but those templates are what I call static templates. They're templates that aren't very intelligent and cannot handle variability. So for example, let's suppose you have a patient with carpal tunnel syndrome, which is a common problem in orthopedics. There's a lot of variability between patients, like how long they've had symptoms, what other treatments they've had, and what my plan is going to be. And because all those variables, it's very hard to use static templates. So most physicians, even to this day, still end up dictating all this information. But Tempida is different. With Tempida, you just open up a template by searching for it. There's 250 publicly available templates already available as soon as you sign up for all the problems in orthopedics. So if you're looking for a particular template like carpal tunnel, you just select that, and then that template opens. The way these templates work is they're AI-based. All you have to do is select the variables at the top that could be variable between patients in carpal tunnel, and the AI automatically generates at the bottom the entire note for you. So for example, on a patient, I can select which side they have symptoms on, how long they've had symptoms, some physical exam findings. Let's suppose they brought in some x-rays for me to look at. As I'm making these selections, Tempida's AI is automatically changing the note at the bottom to reflect these changes. Multiple sections of the note can change at once with one button click. So right here under assessment plan, it says that the patient is going to be doing a carpal tunnel. I'm going to be doing surgery on this patient for a carpal tunnel release. Well, let's suppose instead of doing surgery, I just want to get an EMG test. I just select that at the top, and that entire block of text changes to reflect that. And in this way, even complex notes like this can be generated in 10 to 15 seconds with Tempida. Now, once the notes are generated, how do they get into your EMR system? That's where the second component of Tempida takes over. It's called the autopilot. It does all the button clicks and data entry into your existing EMR, and it's activated by one key press. So I'm going to go ahead and press that key right now. And everything that you're going to be seeing happening here is not being done by me. It's being done by the AI that's going in and doing recognizing the screen and doing all the button clicks and all the data entry. Typically, when this is happening, I just go on to see the next patient and let the AI handle all the data entry. So right now, it's creating an office visit. A visit summary for this patient. Next, it's going to go ahead and create a new office note for this patient. This happens to be Cerner that it's using, but it can work with any existing EMR. Now, once it's creating this note, it's going to paste in the text we created in the templater and also sign my note. And then now it's finished with the automation. So there is no actual interface to the EMR. The autopilot works visually just like a human scribe would. It can recognize elements on the screen, moves the mouse to where the button is, and then does a mouse click and also the data entry. So it works with any existing EMR without an interface. But when you're first starting off in Tempida, and maybe you don't have all your templates set, what is a quick way you can start out? Very quick way you can start out and still get the advantage of all the data entry from the autopilot is just to use a blank template. So for example, I can open up a blank template here, and then I can use voice to text like Dragon to enter the information here. So for example, this is the history on this patient. And then I can go in and do the physical exam. And then I can go in and do the assessment and plan. And then once I'm done with that, I can again use the autopilot to do all the data entry and all that stuff. So I'll just hit the F1 button again, and and then it will go in and do all the stuff that we've seen before. So when you're first starting out, you can still continue to dictate before your templates are completely created. And you can still take advantage of the autopilot to do all the button clicks and automation in your EMR. And then even after you create some templates, you can have a hybrid of when, okay, here's a patient that I can use a template that I already have, and here's a patient I'd rather dictate. So it gives you the flexibility to do exactly what you want on a per patient basis. So using these methods, you can completely streamline your practice and significantly reduce your documentation time in your EMR system. Thank you.